Happy Juneteenth, T Squad. It's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Bad Boys Texas Season 2, Episode 9 review. So we pick up where we left off last week with really leaping like a leapfrog on Kirion as they're on the bus. Where was they heading to? To the studio. Because Kirion called Natalie talking ish about the situation. He just would not let it go. The conversation had changed over to something else. Everybody was talking about going to the studio, but he decided to call Natalie on FaceTime and tell her what's going on and be talking crap and playing the victim at the same time. And really had enough, even though Chef D did egg him on to do it, but he had enough because he had already told Kirion, I'm going to hit you. And he hit him all right, child. So after security was finally able to get him up off Kirion, he was like, fix your hair. You look a mess. Now let me call the same person and tell them how I beat you up. Kirion did look a mess, child. Because it's like, why is you sitting up here starting stuff with people when you know you can't fight? You can't fight a fly, let alone nobody in this house. So they get to the studio and it is hella rickety. It looked like something from the 1950s. It was just downtrodden. Everybody is disappointed, but that was the only thing that Prince could, book on such short notice. So Kirion outside playing victim, talking to the producers, acting like he didn't start it with really, like you started it and you kept it going and he finished it. So JB and who else was out there talking to him? It was JB and somebody was telling him, once again, that really was not talking about him. And so Kirion goes inside and he and Relly end up making up. I was like, you did all of that just to get beat up? Like, did you want to get beat up? Did you need like some sense knocked into you? Like, what was the point? What was the point? Like, was you just having a tantrum, a spell? What was going on? So Relly ends up having to leave for a few days because someone close to him tried to unalive themselves. And he's in his room packing, talking to Prince about it. And I really like him and Prince's friendship. Kirion ends up coming in and interrupting their conversation. And he kind of looking at him like, dude, like now was not the time for you and your antics. But he tells Kirion what happened with his, people. And how, you don't know what people are going through. You know what I'm saying? And you keep on poking at people. So Kirion was like, I tried to unalive myself when I was 19, so I get it. So Relly says that the girl OD'd and that apparently they're telling him that she's brain dead, which, woo, I know that had to hurt him. Like he was still in disbelief. He said that he wouldn't actually believe it until he got there. But he ends up hugging Prince goodbye, and Kirion was like, I'm here, I'll pray for you and everything. So God bless Relly. I really like him. So next thing we know, outside, Orlando and Raz are getting into it because apparently they were sitting down discussing a show that Raz wanted to put together over breakfast, and he just started wilding on Orlando, walking up on him. And so Orlando was like, the F nigga, I do business. What is that? Why do he always got to drag his words? So he was like, the F? I'm not doing a scene like that. I will slap the F out of Raz B right now. So Raz was like, you ain't gonna do ish. Scrub, nigga. So Orlando was like, you drunk. You just had effing breakfast, nigga. I just had breakfast with you, Negro. You acting weird. So Raz was like, nigga, we good, or whatever. So suddenly, Raz is a Crip all of a sudden now. Because, Orlando been going around the house talking about blood this, blood that. Boy, get somewhere and sit down. You ain't no blood. You are a Disney kid. You rep the mouse. That's what you rep, the mouse, boy. Sit down. And now all of a sudden, Raz be a Crip. And I'm like, if y'all don't get y'all touch ass on somewhere. So they get face to face and they like this close to each other and Raz all in his face. And I'm like, are you going to kiss him? Like, what is happening? So Raz was like, Orlando like look over to production, like, do y'all see this dude? Like, what is happening? So Raz was like, what you looking over there for? Ain't nobody gonna save you. So Orlando go like that and jump at him. And I was like, what? Because Raz did not jump. Like, he just looked at him like, what? And it's like, Orlando, I need for you to stop playing like you so tough because you can't fight neither. So Jonathan, mind you, is standing in the doorway with one of his platinum blonde wigs on, watching all of this go down. And baby, that wig on him, I can't get the visual out my head, baby. Baby, Jonathan a fool. So Jonathan ended up snatching the wig off his head and goes outside to confront Raz because he don't like the way he, coming at Orlando. So Jonathan was like, what's the problem? Why you yelling at him? And Raz was like, yelling? And Jonathan was like, yelling. What the F is you yelling at him? And so Raz just looked at him and was like, and like walk off. And Jonathan was like, So Orlando says that, he refuses to punch Raz because that's, they brothers and this, that, and the third. Now, I don't know what's going on with Raz. I don't know if Raz had took some booger sugar, if he was having a manic episode, because it's obvious that he struggles with some type of mental something. I don't know, but he was wilding. So they all, oh, no. So then cameras cut to Prince yelling at Raz outside saying, yo, Raz, stop directing that effing energy towards me, bro. I'm cool, but I will F somebody up. So Prince in his confessional says he walking around talking about nobody gonna beat him up. He'll pow somebody before he get touched. Like, now you just taking it way too far. Like, you can't be throwing around idle threats like that to people. And so Raz running up on the cameraman, turn the cameras off. What you go? I said turn the cameras off. And it's like, you ain't gonna hit nobody. Like, boy, sit down. Only thing you gonna do is moonwalk your ass to the car. So Prince says that he don't know what's real and what's fake when it come with him, because one minute he fine, the next minute he carrying on. So he don't know if like he being stupid for the cameras or what. So they all head to a different studio that's way more plush this time. So as they're getting on the bus to leave, here go Raz storming onto the bus. Like, he literally storms onto the bus. And everybody looking like, what is this dude on? So Jonathan was like, please don't be on no BS. Like, please don't. And he get up out his seat. Baby, Raz so scared of Jonathan that as soon as Jonathan stood up out of his seat, he stood up and headed stage left because he did not want that smoke for real. So that gave me the sense that he was cognizant enough that I'm going to talk ish, but I know who to play with, and I know when to skeet skirt out the way. So Adonis says that, he was cool with him off camera, but then when they got on the bus, here go Raz sizing him up. And Adonis was like, I will murder you with my hands. And he was like, you will murder me? You will murder me? Oh, that's what we doing now? That's what we doing now? And he knew dang on well that boy didn't mean like literal, like unalive you, like no. So security asked Raz to give him what he has in his pocket, but he keep on saying no. So it's obvious he got something on him. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, they should have just let him go home at that point. That he got something on him and he's not willing to give it up. He should have been sent home right then and there. So Raz then comes back on the bus again saying, we all got people. And he get off the bus again. Like, this boy just playing merry-go-round with the bus. So they make him ride to the studio by himself. They get to the studio. Like I say, the studio is really nice. Kirion ended up knowing the engineer and was like, this dude don't play around. We can't be wasting his time. So everybody in the studio, here go Raz walking up the steps, still on 10, talking ish. He get into the studio, walking in, talking, I won't smoke with everybody. What's up? I ain't scared of none of you Negroes. So Jonathan just go, whop. and knocked the light skin out that man. I could have sworn I seen just skim milk come out of him. Baby, he knocked that man so hard that he literally fell backwards. Fell backwards like in a plank position, just backwards. I ain't never seen no mess like that before in my life. Now, we did see him get back up and security was like in between them or whatever. And then next thing you know, we hear Prince saying, this got a knife. He got a knife. He got a knife. What? Raz? Really? This what we doing now? When nobody was attacking you, you were attacking everybody. But then you go run and go get a knife? Like, that's not cool. That's not cool. And they better send him home after that because that's crazy. That's literally crazy. Like, what was you going to do? You literally was going to hurt somebody on television of all things. Like, what were you thinking? But then this what makes me think like he wasn't in the right state of mind and that he needed help. We all know a few weeks ago, he was trying to jump off of a roof at a medical facility that he was in. Like, he has mental issues that he really needs to, you know, seek help for and deal with, you know what I'm saying? Because that was wild. That was wild and crazy. Like, ain't nobody here to be playing with you. Nobody's about to be playing with you when you doing stuff like that. Overall, I'm going to give the episode an A because the funny parts were funny, but the end was scary. It really was scary, like, because he was tripping. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. You guys, I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.